Excited when I was doing my research on him. He's a two-time academic All-American. So he gets it done on the baseball field and in the classroom. You know what academics means? That means he uses his brain besides his muscle. He's getting it done with his brain, you know? So two-time, not a one-time. Am I correct? Two-time?
All-American. I got two-time ACC, my conference.
ACC.
One-time academic All-American.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. I was pumping him up a little more.
I still had good grades. I made better grades in though.
But see, he was getting it done in the classroom as well as on the diamond. So that's really important. You got to take care of business in the classroom as well as on the diamond. This man made it to one College World Series?
Yes.
One. And do you know who caught this guy in the College World Series? You guys ever heard of a rookie by the name of Buster Posey who was killing it for the San Francisco Giants last year? Well, that's who caught this man, Buster Posey. Is that correct?
Yeah, the Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey. That was this man's catch. So this man was bringing it. Unfortunately, they did not win the College World Series title, but nevertheless, they got it. That's important. You know? How you doing, Matthew? Let me introduce you to a couple of guys. These guys are ball players. We got Matt Farrell right here in the red shirt. Jordan, who I'm going to screw up his last name one more time. Hotchkiss. Like John Hotchkiss. Jordan Hotchkiss and Matt Servino. They're from the Cincinnati Reds organization. They came down here and wanted to spend a little time to teach us a few things about baseball. You know?
Yeah, and he was also this year. I want to toot my horn. He's the minor league pitcher of the year. He had an exceptional year this year.
Nice.
He was the pitcher of the year.
I would have done my homework, Jordan, if I would have known, man.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Kind of a whim. Surprise cameo.
Hey,
He's my roommate now, so I brought him on.
Nothing wrong with that. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it, guys. So the minor league pitcher of the year. Very nice. But let's give it up for that, guys.
Yeah, the pitcher of the year. He was better than me this year. But also a few things I'd like to go though. Like whenever I was your age, a lot of people told me I wasn't going to be able to be where I am now. I'm hurt now and stuff, but I've been at the Florida State, been in the College World Series, pitched on ESPN, and now I'm playing minor league baseball and stuff. When I was your age, people would always tell me, oh, you're not going to be fast enough, you're not going to be tall enough, you're not going to be short, you don't throw hard enough. Yeah, that's what they're wearing it now. A couple of the kids, they were better than me back in the day, but they're working a real job, and I'm still out playing baseball for my living. So but the one thing is that as long as you keep going, you keep your head up, and keep trying, keep working hard, you'll definitely get it. Especially in baseball. When I was your age, I'd go every day, play catch on a wall, hit balls into a fence, hit the ball up in the air, go pick it up, do whatever I possibly could, beat down the garage door, tennis balls, work my fielding.
Guys, let me interrupt you right there because I think that's really important. Did you hear what he said? He said every day I would work on my game by himself. It didn't take another person. He was working on his game by himself. That's really important, man. The only way you guys are going to get better is to work on your game. You got to work on your game. And it doesn't take another person. He said he was throwing the balls off the garages and things like that. You got to work on your game, guys. That's the only way you'll get better.
The other thing to tie in what Mr. Bennett was saying before, Matt was an academic All-American. He was a top student, which means he was working on his schoolwork every day, too. So he found time. A lot of people say, I don't have time for this or time for that. They just want to go shoot hoops or hit the ball all day or throw the ball all day. He found time for both, working on his baseball skills and his classroom skills.
You know, when I was in school, I'd make sure I never played. I'd get in my little bit of trouble here and there, but I'd always be the first one done with my assignment because I didn't want to have to go home and worry about that. I would just do all my stuff so I could go play whenever I got home. That was one of the things that my parents always did. They never had to yell at me for doing my homework because I always, somehow, one way or another, found a way to get it done as quick as I possibly could.
Now, I find that impressive because I have a young man right here who needs to be told to do his homework every now and then, you know, but, you know, you hear what he just said? His parents didn't have to tell him to go get his homework done. He would get it done himself, you know?
They had that belt coming after me. Y'all got easy nowadays. I had a belt. I had a belt and the wrath of God coming after me. If I didn't have it.
Easy not to say anything when they got the belt in the belt.
Yeah, you know what it feels like. You know how easy it is to remember what happens afterwards. I mean, where I'm from, no one says anything when you come to school and a few lumps on your head.
Ray has to pick his
we learned at a young age to do our homework.
And you gotta edit some of his.
No, I'm from the same school, so I can. Hey guys, you don't have to keep any. Get comfortable. Get comfortable, guys. You can sit on your butts this time. You guys good? All right. Well, good.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, but you probably can't believe I said that. But that's the truth. I'm just telling you like it is, because that's how. When I was your age, no one really. I grew up around baseball. Like the Indians they're here now. They were in my hometown when I grew up. When I was in middle school, my dad, he would come check me out of school because he knew what my PE class was. And I'd lunch and PE like right around the time when batting practice was going on with the Indians. And we'd come out, check me out of school, and he'd take me down just to watch BP so I could see all these guys. And then I'd come back for my last class at the end of the day after lunch and stuff. He'd get my lunch and we'd take it down to the field, and I'd go watch BP and try to get home run balls for my ball bucket. And I'd sell the ones that were really good. I'd sell them to tourists.
Entrepreneur too. See?
Yeah, when I was your age, I just wanted to be around baseball. I didn't have any other things to do, so that's what I would use. And
you guys, just kind of along the same lines there, Matt, Gordon, and the rest of the guys, when minor league camp starts, they're going to be out there. Well, Matt, Gordon, still rehabbing. Sorry, but the minor leaguers will be out practicing at our complex over here in Goodyear. Very short time, couple of weeks. You guys welcome to come on out for the weekends. We want parents to take you out of school.
I think
come out and watch them practice.
I think you're building some fans here, and we may go out as a team and check you guys out.
Yeah. Mike's the guy to talk to. Mike can get you show you around.
Yeah, I'd like to invite you guys. You're free to come out and watch them practice anytime that they're practicing. On the weekends or something, that's probably best for you. But if you guys want to organize, get together and come out after spring training for a tour of the complex, once it's calmed down, we can do that. It's the complex.
How cool is that? Yeah, how cool is that? I wish I was your age and some big leaguers would say I can go tour the spring training complex. That is very cool, man. Thanks, guys.
Matt will still be there that time doing his rehab. So
I'll still be there. Jordan will be along with the greener pastures.
Jordan, where are you going to be at this year?
I'm not sure. Hopefully Double A, probably.
In Raleigh. Is that where the Carolina plays?
Yes.
In Raleigh? Okay. Where you originally from?
North Carolina.
Okay. How long you been playing baseball?
Since I was probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Do you hear that?
and you can remember.
Yeah, sounds like.
As long as you can remember. And see, that's the thing, guys. You don't wake up one morning and become a good baseball player. These guys have been doing this their entire lives. Their entire lives, from 4 and 5 years old to now. As grown men, they're still playing baseball, and they're still working on their game. They're still improving. They're not where they want to be yet. They're still improving. Speaking of practice, how important is practice?
Practice is key, especially in a sport like baseball, because you have to be able to get better every time out. You have to learn how to define everything, refine it, and get better at your skills, your timing. I used to hit BP for hours all the time, get a tee, just tee it up, and everything. Listen to your coaches, learn. I was always like a sponge trying to learn. If I learned how to do it, I'd always have to be able to teach someone out. That's how I learned. I could teach my brother, who's actually older than me, what I learned that day to help him out, or teach my friends. Because I'd always listen to my coaches and respect them all the time. I'd always help.
Good question.
Yeah. Don't you, when you're in practice, don't you have to learn all the signals and then it's telling you if to steal or something?
Yeah, if you don't learn the signals, you'll get in trouble quick.
Yeah.
And with us, we have to learn the pitches. The catcher, you know how guys on second base, they always check. Yeah, they do all the different numbers. You gotta remember a lot, because if you throw the wrong pitch, you're in trouble. So that's what happens.
Good question.
But yeah, you gotta learn everything. It's not easy.
Guys, do you guys set goals? Do you have goals this year that you're trying to set? You guys understand what goals are? Does anybody know what goals are? What's a goal, man?
Like if you had to swing away or get to base safety or.
Well, no. What I'm speaking about when I say goals, I'm talking about things that you want to accomplish, such as, let's say last year you played baseball and you want to pitch, but you didn't pitch because really you weren't maybe not good enough to pitch. So this year you come out and your goal is, this year I'm going to work on being a pitcher. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to work on being a pitcher, and that's your goal, to become a pitcher. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about setting goals. And I just want to see what some of these guys do, for setting goals. What's some of your goals?
Well, last year I had goals of getting out of high A to get to double A. I did that, and I always hit growing up, and I wanted to hit a home run last year. I got one hit all year. I'm a pitcher. I don't get hit much. I did hit a home run. That's the only thing. But now my goal, those are last year's goals, and I have to have new goals every year. This year I'm working really hard just to get back to where I was last year, getting on the same team. Trying every day I have to go into rehab, get healthy, and try to do that. It's my goal to be back to where I was. Just because I miss it so much, being able to be like, y'all, and go out and play whenever I want. It's not fun.
Hey guys, rehab, that is no joke. That is no fun. This man is working probably harder just to get back on the field than he was when he was on the field. I mean, rehab is no joke. That's difficult, guys. Matthew, what would be a goal for you? You ever thought about what would be a goal you would put in place? There you go. That's a good one. How about you, Lawson? Those are good goals. Those are good goals.
Hit better.
Get better. That's a good goal.
Be a better catcher.
Be a better catcher.
Yeah, be better pitcher.
Be a pitcher. Okay.
Outfielder.
Better outfielder. Jesus?
Shortstop.
I'm sorry.
Shortstop.
Be a shortstop. How about
Hitter.
hitter? Okay. Those are good goals. Let's make it happen though. You know, the only way you can accomplish these goals is by hard work, man. Practice, practice, practice. So those are some goals you should write them down and check every day to make sure you're doing everything it takes to make those goals accomplished. Because if you're not working on the goal, then it's just a dream. You got to work on it. You know. All right. Jordan, how about you? Any goals for you?
Last year, probably like the same as Matt, I started out high, and my goal was to get moved up to AA as well, and I did. Also this year, I'm assuming I'll be a starter. Last year I was a reliever, started to start halfway through the season. So this year my goal is just make it through the season, and hopefully get moved up as well another level, and just make it through the season healthy. That's the biggest thing.
Did you have some issues last year?
A little bit here and there, but not much. But I'll be facing a lot more innings this year, so just got to work hard to stay healthy so I can pitch all year long and not miss any time.
Ren,
Good deal.
Ren, I'm gonna have to take off. I got another event I got to get to.
Mike,
I would see.
thank you very much.
These guys for you, doing a great job. Maybe show the kids baseball.
Yeah. Hey, thanks again, Mike.
I said to you guys what I wanted to say. I wanted to invite you out, come out and see the guys play games on the weekends during spring training, and then Mr. Bennett can get you guys organized to come out after spring training. We'll give you a tour of the complex. We'll come down, and we'll see you out there, okay?
Hey, let's give Mike a hand while he's there. Thanks, Mike.
And you guys. All right, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Minor
You
league.
didn't know that. He was good back in the day, many moons ago. But
A couple more questions, then do you mind working with us a little
whatever,
bit?
yeah, I
Okay.
can't really do too much. I'll show you some different things.
Yeah.
Hey.
All week.
What's the best advice you ever got from a coach?
Best advice I ever got from a coach is first you gotta stay humble. You gotta do everything like that, like all the cliche stuff that you always hear. Those are always great advice. You gotta work hard, but with baseball, it's a game of you gotta be accountable to yourself first. I hate the kids that strike out. It was the umpire's fault. The catcher didn't catch the ball the right way. The ball took a bad hop. You got to be accountable to yourself, and that's something I always took away. Because if you're accountable to yourself, you're accountable to your team as well. So you got to everything you do, you got to be able to say, hey, I did my best that day. I could have swung at that pitch. If he got me, he got me. He struck me out. He get a home run off me. But if you can say I did it instead of the team, someone else, some other out of thing, you'll start making better decisions and try to be a better player, because you'll have to respect yourself and have to try to fix it instead of putting the blame off, so then you actually get better.
Yeah, man, I like that a lot. You understand what he's saying, guys, right? Be accountable. It's always, it's always a lot of kids blame other people. The umpire, that wasn't a strike, the umpire hates me. No, you got to be accountable. It's on you.
Growing up, I never was accountable. I mean, I was always good early and stuff, but there was always something there at the end of the day. Until later, once I got to college, short after my freshman year, even my freshman year I wasn't. My sophomore year, I started to become more accountable myself, and I feel like that helped me a lot more as a player because there was no one to hide behind, and that way I was able to get better because I'd worry about what I didn't do right instead of blame what I didn't do right on someone else.
Jordan, how about you? What's some advice that you took to heart from a coach?
For me, probably one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was, I was always a kid that was really hard on myself. Whenever I'd, make a bad play or strike out or throw a bad pitch, I'd always be so frustrated with myself that I'd end up just messing up all over again because, you're worried about the last play. Baseball's a fast game. You always got something else coming up. You always got to throw another pitch. You always got to hit. The ball's going to come to you again, so you got to be ready for that. So you always got to just remember, guys, when you mess up, just forget about it. And just focus on making the play the next time you get there.
That's something I tell you that all the time. Let it go. Forget about it. Forget about it.
So if you're worried about it, you're just going to mess everything else up next time.
True.
Well, guys, let's warm up a little bit, and then we'll ask these guys to show us a couple of things. But let's grab the partner and warm up a little bit.